Hey, how are you doing? I am so excited to hop on and talk to you today about your morning routine. And this is something that is super fresh for me. So it's going to be very, very accurate and like real as of the last 2 weeks. Hi, if this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Janae, and I help women who are feeling a lack of confidence and they feel like they're spinning their wheels help them find success. So if this is your first time watching me and this sounds like your jam, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you'll be notified whenever new videos come on. And if you are watching on Facebook and you are like, hey, I actually did like that video and I kind of want to check it out and check out some more videos, then feel free to hop on over to YouTube. There should be a link in the description so that you can head on over there and binge watch as many videos as you want. No shame here. So, today, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to bulletproof your morning routine. And I'll kind of let you know of like how this came up for me and what this looks like. So, a little bit of background is that I am by far not at all what I would consider a morning person. I am actually pretty far extreme from being a morning person. When I wake up in the morning, I'm very much a person that would like to like wake up with the sun and not need an alarm to wake up. And I am absolutely the person that has like a lot of alarms on there. You know how like there will be the memes on, hey, you're either the person that has like one alarm when you wake up or you have like every 15 minutes. I'm 100% every 15 minutes person. So with that being said, nighttime I could stay up for an infinite amount of time. However, recently I wanted to like switch schedules, and in order for it to work out for me a little better, I needed to really be able to optimize my morning. Um, and so I started to kind of think about like, what is it that makes your morning routine and like how do you do it so that it sets you up for success? So I had a couple of goals going into this where I wanted to be able to wake up at a certain time, which is a time that I normally would never wake up. And if I did, I felt I would feel really, really exhausted. And I wanted to be able to pretty much make it where from the time I woke up in the morning until the time I like got out the door and was on my way, that it felt very easy for me and it didn't feel like this constant uphill battle from the time that I woke up, if that makes sense. So, this is what I did. Pretty much what I realized is that if I wanted to get up early, this sounds like a no brainer, but I had to go to bed earlier as well. And as someone who really thrives on nighttime, it was actually a little bit of like I needed to step into it. So, before I would go to bed kind of around like 11:30, and I would like step myself down in about like 15 to 20-minute increments. So if I went to bed one day at 11:30, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be in bed by 11:10 and kind of work my way back that way. And also working my way up, like in terms of times to wake up. So that helped was just like, hey, let me like gradually go into this instead of one day being like, boom, I'm going to get up like an hour earlier and like let my sleep patterns catch up with me. So going to bed earlier helped in doing it an incremental amount of time. Another thing is that in the morning, I don't know about you, but I am an absolute sloth. Like it's just no matter how hard I try to like move faster, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like gradually go through my morning and then I end up leaving later than I want to. So the night before, I make it literally like I almost like but all I have left to do is to like grab a couple things and put them in the right place. So like I prep my lunch the night before. I make sure pretty much when I before I go to bed that everything is exactly where I need it to be in order for me to like pretty much not even think and I don't have to remember anything. Everything is just exactly where it should be. So if this is something that you have struggled with of like how do I prepare the night before, I would spend literally like not it doesn't even take 10 minutes at night normally to prepare for the morning, but just make sure everything is lined. So if you have like found yourself searching for keys in the morning or like what else? Like, oh, where's my phone? Where's my charger? Just like have all those things together, have them where they're supposed to be, and that will help you tremendously. Another thing that has worked really great for me is that the first thing that I think about when I wake up is something that really like kickstarts my day. So it could be like a fun fact of the day, it could be affirmations, it could be something that just kind of like gets you in a good mood for the day. Because if you aren't really a morning person by nature and you are now like in the process of trying to get used to, okay, let me get up in the morning, it can feel like, oh, that dread. But if you kind of like have that first thought in the morning of like, oh my gosh, I have to get up, it's going to carry into your whole day. And just mindset wise, it's like, why not just, like embrace it? So what I've done is I've created something to help me look forward to my day. So you can do whatever works great for you. If it's a podcast or something like a music, your favorite song, whatever it is, where like you can like wake up and just like have good stuff happening around you, especially if that's not your pattern of choice, your morning routine of choice. Okay, so I talked about stepping your time up. I talked a little bit about preparing the night before and about having something to really look forward to. Something else that has really helped me recently in terms of like getting my routine together is just also maintaining my routine throughout the weekend. So, no, I don't get up as early in the weekend, but something that I did before that did not work for me was I would try and maintain a certain schedule during the week. And then on the weekend, I'd be like, I'm going to just catch up on sleep. And so then I found that by the time Monday came around, my schedule was so thrown off that then Monday felt really rough and it kind of just trickled into the week. So I've been working on, hey, if I'm used to getting up within a certain time, I pretty much just get up within like an hour and a half of that on the weekend. And I have found that that has made it where, yes, I can get a little bit of extra sleep, but then it also makes it where I don't feel like tortured on Monday morning, if that makes sense. Okay. Other things for things you can do to like help your morning routine. On weekends, I do what I would consider like a full-fledged, like just chill morning routine. If I'm not heading out of the house, where it's just like, hey, I wake up, I like gently move my body, maybe like focus on some active breathing. And then also after that, if I might like read or listen to a podcast, and I just really like allow myself to ease into the morning. So if you are in this habit currently of like, hey, I wake up and I'm like rushing, 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 it can be really, really refreshing for you to actually just slow down and like allow yourself to ease into the morning. And what I have found is when I've done that, it's almost like my day starts off on this just like massively productive note. And like, I am able to get so much more done. And I am going to be fully transparent and say I am not yet to the point of having one like alarm. I'm still like multiple alarm person, but I have noticed that I get up by my second one. Like the first one goes off, I kind of lay there, I like look at my phone, and the second one goes off and I'm like, okay, up out of bed and I'm like off to the races. And that is something that has really helped as well, is just like instead of kind of like lingering longer, just going ahead and like popping right up and like springing into action. And I have found that if I'm able to kind of like get moving within that first 20-ish minutes or so of like waking up of like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to like start my day, then that has helped immensely. So I hope one of these tips has been something that you can like incorporate. These are all super simple. It's actually not hard. And I will say that for me, I have not been able to maintain a typical morning routine in a very, very long time, to the point where it's kind of a running joke at work. So they're like, Janae, you are not a morning person. Like, I'm like, I know, it's just like the mornings are not my jam. But I have been doing 2 weeks consistently. So it does not take 21 days to make a habit. It takes one day to make a habit. I can get into the science of that with you. But the fact is, if you are wanting to take like more advantage of your mornings, if you really want to start to like, hey, I have goals that I want to do, I want things I want to take care of in the morning, like start to make sure that your morning routine is bulletproof. Set yourself up for success the night before. Start to get enough sleep so that you feel refreshed, and just watch all the amazing things start to happen. Let me know what tip from this video you are going to implement. And if you enjoyed this and this is your jam, make sure that you head on over to the community that I help manage, which is all about how you can have these type of strategies and techniques and even more in-depth ones to help make sure that your day is a success. It's so important as we reach into like emerging entrepreneurship that we are able to not only just take care of our business but also take care of ourselves. And part of that, it starts with how your morning starts, because that feeds into your entire day. Okay, I will see you on the next one.